どうも皆さんお疲れ様です。フィオです。フィンチ家の屋敷でフィンチ家の奇妙な屋敷で起きたこと、続きをやっていきます。タイトルが難しいで、猫がねずっと泣いてるんだよね。いたね、猫ね。次の
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
母
Though,
さん過去を
when
語
we
る
adopted
のを
a
嫌が
stray
った。
kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
次は誰の物語なんだろうね。
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
コーヒーおばあちゃんの部屋っぽいね。鳥を結構飼ってたみたいだね。引っかかった。いけない。誰かの絵を描いてる
Louis
ね。
died a week before we left, but Edie had already started
Louis.
to memorialize him.
なんだこれ。
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
屋敷の下に住んでいるというモグラ男。
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
家族のビデオとかっぽいね。これは
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
72歳の女性おばあちゃん。なんだこれ。1937年。
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
竜の滑り台の下敷きになっちゃったんだ。ドラゴンキルズフィンチって書いてあるもんね。
Her room was like a museum.
これを触ると物語に入るな。
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
90歳になっても母親より若い感じがした。ピンクだな。このカエルなんだ。おばあちゃんはこのカエルこのカエル
The
はな
only
んだ。
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
あ、サムおじいちゃんの
It
最
was
初
a
の
pretty
妻だっ
big
たケイ。
trace.
鍵かかってる。あれ、鍵なんか持ってたっけ。鍵共通ですか。
There's a secret in this bathroom.
お、
It's in
楽
the
しいや
last
つ。
place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
戸棚の中にあるわけじゃない。
It's hidden in this book.
おっと、どっちに行った方がいいんだ。あ、待って、行っちゃう。ダメだって、戻れないかもしれない。
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
あ、戻れる。よかった。ピンクだなあ。足腰がそんなに強くないのかな。あ、90歳とかってなってたもんね。これおばあちゃん？いや、おばあちゃんではないな。オーディン。
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
うん。
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family
オーディン・
curse,
フィン
his
チ。
wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
昔、こういうおもちゃよくあったよね。なんだろう、アニメとかになってて、スイッチを押すとどんどん次のシーンに切り替わっていくやつ。あ、ちょっと待って。
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
1937年1月7日、彼は家族と共に、そして家と共に船でする。家ごと出港したってこと？
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
ワシントン沖で40フィートの高波にオーディンと家はさらわれてしまう。40フィートっていくつ？
Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
オーディンの娘イーディとその夫スベン、そして赤ちゃんのモリーは新天地のオーカス島に上陸する。
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
でオーディンは亡くなっちゃったわけね。
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
彼の娘イーディはすでに新しいフィンチ家の屋敷を夢見ていた。ここを作ってたわけだ。あの暖炉が1階にあったやつか。
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
昔から何か曰くがあったわけね。で曰くから逃れようと出港したけどナンパしちゃって、でここの島にたどり着いたわけだ。この部屋はなんだ、写真を作るところか、現像するところか。そしてここはどこだ？なんだしゃがんじゃった。すごい宇宙が好きだったのかな。スペース。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
サムおじいちゃんに双子の兄弟がいたのは知っていた。サム。全然わかんなくなってきちゃった。
and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
何か良くないことがあったんだろうね。ああ、カルビン。
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
ブランコだ。
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
マッシュルーム嫌いなんだ。足骨折してんじゃねえか。なぜ骨折してる方の足を動かす？何すればいいの？なんだ？何をすればいいんだ？違う。
At
揺ら、
Barbara's funeral,
揺
we
らしてればいいの
swore
か？
he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
なんで片足ずつなんだ？どういうことだ？あ、右スティックと左スティックになってるわけですね。
always wanted to fly.
カルビンはいつも飛びたがっていた。そうか、私が骨折した足を酷使していたのか。
He
ごめん
finally
な。
made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
ちょっとこの高さ怖くない？
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
あれ待って、大丈夫これ？
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
大丈夫これ？
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
これ飛んでっちゃうよ。やばいでしょこれは。
The day he made up his mind.
飛んでっ
to fly, he
た。
did.
全然内容入ってこなかったな。
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
ブランコで飛んでっちゃったわけね。マジか。11歳。あんな揺れるんか、ブランコって。
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
部屋の
Mom
半
said
分
Grandpa
を。
Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
部屋の半分を入れないようにしたってそういうことね。こっちはサムのスペースでここに紐をつけて入れないようにしたっていうそのまんまのことなのね。なんかあるぞ。腹ペコ青虫？すげえなこのうちは。
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
子供用の道ってことか。廊下に出れるね。
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
バーバラ。マイフレンドビッグフット。友達？
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
もうタイプライター。あ。3D グラスがあるな。
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
バーバラの死について書かれた。
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
その悲鳴で知られていた。
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
よく成長していなかった。声が変わっちゃ
Getting
ったのか。
better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was
Boyfriend,
about to
BF.
demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
テーブル層に
Okay,
巻
I'm
き込まれ
hearing
た。
frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That
うわ、
came
ゴ
from
ロ
the
つき
basement.
集団。
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
あ、動かせる。
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
うわー、すげえ。これはなんかすごいね。この感じ。なんで電気揺れてんの？
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
もう血ついてるね。斬新。この動かし方。あ、戦える。これは崩せっていうことなのかな。いや、これ勝てるでしょ。 血の跡が、じゃ邪魔よ邪魔よ。なんだこれ。
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who
Hookman.
impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
勝てないかもしれない。うん。これカルピン？邪魔ないよ。冷蔵庫そんなとこにある？
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
絶対 BF 入ってんじゃん。いや、フックマンかもしれない。あ、触れなくなった。
Oh dear.
ああそこは悲鳴を上げてほしかったわけね、きっと。
Relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then
Come on,
act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She
それは
threw
怒
him
るよ。
out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
子守、そうか、子守してるはずだけど、ほったらかしだね。なんだこれ。椅子か。2階かな。おう。ウォルター承知しないからな、いたずらだったら。ここだね。
Walter, are you there?
よし、大丈夫。
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
うわ、
Barbara turned,
フックマン。
saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
強い。強い。強いぞ。
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
抜け道。抜け道なんかねえよ。あ、でも仕掛けがいっぱいあるはずだから。え暗いのよな。あ、ここか。
That night, she played her part beautifully.
モーリーの部屋だ。
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
ウォルター。ウォルターどこや。
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years,
動けるな。動けるんだけど、どうすればいいのこれ。殴っていいのか。ああ
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
あれだろう、BF だろう。彼氏だろ、あれ。ウォルターどこよ。あ、いない。
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was
びっくりした。どこ行った？
someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
覗き穴ないのか。
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
え？いっぱいいるじゃん。
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
オルゴールに。
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
なるほどね。怪物に襲われたのか。
Edie told me all
Dick
Barbara
ni-
wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
リックにやられてしまったのか。16歳。ウォルターは結局何を見たんだろうね。それはきっとウォルターの話で出てくるのかな。それでショックを受けてちょっとおかしくなっちゃったみたいな。はい。というわけでね、時間がちょっと来てしまったので、今回はこの辺で終了したいと思います。お疲れ様でした。